Now we're going to be testing two of the helmets from HighComSecurity.com, and this is one of their MICH style helmets, and then this is the Pasgt style. These are 3A rated. That means it should be able to defeat any handgun round up to 44 Magnum. So we're going to check it out. To get things started, we're going to start with 22 caliber with the Smith & Wesson S&W 22 Victory, and we're just going to see what it'll do. We're not really expecting a whole lot. Okay, here we go. Man, kind of surprised with that 22 even. Let's look at the underneath. Do have a little bit of bulging right there. It did contain it, but it definitely did some damage there. So let's move on to 9mm. Now we're going with 9mm and the little TriStar. All right, 9mm. Lift that up, buddy. Definitely some swelling, but it contained it. It's funny, it collapsed this ear right here. It actually is mushy because it drove the material back out, but it contained it very easily.
Up next, the H&K VP40 40 Smith & Wesson.
Okay, let's check that. Man, look at that. Kind of spalled out, didn't it?
Yep, visible hole that on the inside, the bulging we've been seeing, but nothing through.
Now, one thing we want to note is that all the padding that's in here is taken out. One of the things about that too is that padding is going to keep that from hitting your head. So there's going to be some cushion in between, and that was really the way it was designed. Bullets contained.
It looks like it went up because it really pushed it up there.
Wow.
Because really it hit right there, so all that got blown out right there.
That's pretty impressive. Glock 36 with 45 ACP. Now when we shot the 45, I didn't have my camera on to get the results, and here's where it hit. It actually caved it somewhat out the back. It pushed the Kevlar out, but it didn't come through. And from what I can tell, it looks like it exited out the bottom. We were using HPR Black Ops frangible ammo, so it just hit, blew a piece out, and then came down. This time we're going with the Pasgt. We're leaving the padding in this time. A little bit different than the MICH, but definitely has some padding, so it should be a different effect. We're going to shoot 10, and we're going to shoot 357 SIG. Rock Island Armory 1911 10mm. All right, we kind of heard steel clap on that one. Pretty good punch.
Nope.
Oh wow, we really thought it went through. Man, look at that big old bulge. You'd be glad to have that padding on for sure. Give you a headache, but save your life. All right, 357 SIG is next.
These helmets are rated for level 3A, which is 357 SIG or 44 Magnum. We're going to go with the 357 SIG. To make this as real world as possible, we're going to shoot 125 grain gold dot hollow points. Believe it or not, pretty much identical to the 10mm.
Okay, this is the 357 SIG.
Yep.
Here. I'm getting my shadow in there. That's okay. Yeah, pretty much swelling. Thing is, if you were shot on either side with a 10 and a 357 SIG, it sure would give you a headache, but you might survive. That's incredible.
mean, even down to the cracking.
Yeah. It spun it around too. I mean, it was pretty cool. Very cool.
Okay, I know a lot of people are going to ask, what about multi-strike capability? So we're going to shoot it a second time with the 357 SIG in the same general vicinity as the last shot. Let's go one more.
All right, went ahead and went with that second shot because that first shot was low. So Rodney decided to go ahead and get it up here in the general vicinity where this structure is. So let's take a look at it. We heard the steel ring. Yeah, that's pretty wild. Look at that. Blasting that material out.
I think most of it got blasted out from that shot and it exited right there. But inside there's no hole. All of it was deflected down. You don't have a hole in your head right now if you had that.
And we'll take a second look too in the shop just to double check. But yeah, I think you're right. And you found one of the pieces, didn't you? Yeah, we found one of the pieces where it hit the steel and bounced down. That's impressive. 3 rounds. Now we're shooting the 2A armament AR-15, and we're going to shoot 5.56 into the helmet. All right, we shot a little bit low, so we're going to go for the second round. This is about 25 yards. First round down here, we didn't feel like that was a good test, and so thought we'd hit it here.
And no surprise, you'd have a hole in your head.
Let's turn it around this way. Let's see here. Yeah, oh yeah, blasted right through, which obviously is not a problem. And it is a problem if you're wearing it. Yeah, that's where the round impacted, right there on the target. Now, HighCom Security does produce armor for the U.S. military. It is a Mil-Std, NIJ certified company that makes armor. They're in Columbus, Ohio. They do sell to a lot of distributors who place their name, or they do private label. So these guys are the deal that make this. They make it right there, and they make it right here in the USA. Now, this is the Striker PLT. It is a Pasgt level 3A helmet, and that means that it will defeat any kind of handgun round up to 44 Magnum. And then we have the MICH here. This is actually the ACH 3A, which really what designates it, beside not having this front part with the visor, it's the harness that really makes the difference with this helmet in particular. This is the ACH suspension system, whereas the standard Pasgt helmet just has your standard harness that goes here. Of course, all of them do have padding, and this is leather. But we did take out a lot of the padding that goes in the ACH harness system. And you can go to the HighComSecurity.com website and check out all the different specs. It does come in a number of colors as well. They are ISO 9001 certified, and they've been that way since 2008. And then they have the BA 9000, which is ballistic armor ISO standard, which is, they were the very first to get that standard. So this is one of the top-notch armor producers in the United States. In fact, they produce 20,000 pieces a month. So these guys really know what they're doing. I'm not a super expert on this type stuff, but I do know how to test it and get some results, and obviously we did it. We didn't go through, we went through a lot of different calibers to get what we did. And as you can see, none of it was penetrated except when we shot the 223 or 5.56, and it held up very well. Now, HighCom Security also produces a lot of different types of body armor, both ceramic and AR-500, soft armor vest, and plate carriers. And we're going to be taking a look at that as well. But first, I wanted to do these helmets because I felt like that was a lot of fun, and we didn't want to make the video too super long. So just a great line of products, a lot of different colors, a lot of different sizes, and accessories for your helmets. I mean, the guys just have a lot of different things to look at. Coming up, we will be doing some reviews on the armor. In fact, we've already done a lot of testing, and it's been a lot of fun. Always good to know what a bullet impact will do and what rifles and pistols will do against different types of armor. But I want to thank HighCom Security for sending this. They got in touch with me. They had followed a lot of my reviews because I've done a lot of testing in the past. And I always love to get this stuff out and do testing. The Striker PLT MICH helmet runs $409. And then we have the standard Pasgt with the regular harness, and it runs $309. So just give you a good idea, brand new armor, and that's really a great price. And I want to thank my good friend Rodney at NCHeel YouTube Channel. Great guy, really helped me out the other day with this. And just want to say a big thanks. Check out the NCHeel YouTube channel. Now, Rodney, when I said we were going to test the helmets, we're going to put it on the steel, okay?
Oh,
I mean, I appreciate you being willing.
Misunderstood you.
So if you're in the market for any kind of armor, whether it's plates, plate carriers, helmets, whatever it is, check out HighComSecurity.com. Great armor, and I'll have to give it a big thumbs way up. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. Patsy. These helmets run about 400 bucks a piece, and I think they're worth it, but they're not worth that now. Which have really high quality standards, and it gives it a lot of